So you guys, I have a huge haul today. I have been shopping and the things. It's my birthday month, so I said happy birthday to me. And so I've picked up some fragrances that I've been wanting. I picked up some that were a shock to me, that I surprised I actually like. And some I got that I'm just throwing in this video just because it all happened around the same time. Okay, so if you're interested to see this haul of fragrances that I have, please keep on watching. If you are new here, I welcome you to the channel. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe. We have lots of fun here and we smell good too. And if you're returning, hey girl. So this haul has a little bit of everything. There's niche, there's designer, there's Arabian, there's oils, there is all of the things. So we're gonna be here for a while. So I invite you to get something to drink, get a snack, and get cozy and get comfy, and let's go. Up first is Michael Malone Rose Honey. This is a rose honey floral bright fragrance. I absolutely love this. The first time I smelled it, I did not love it. But I kept coming back to it, and it kind of is giving me like Delina vibes. There's no rhubarb in here at all, but there is rose, there is strawberry, peach, tangerine. At the top, there's amber, caramel, sugar in the base. This is beautiful. I absolutely, if I can get this off, love this fragrance. To me, this is year round. You might hear the notes tangerine, peach, strawberry, all of that, and think that's a summer fragrance, and it can be worn in the summer, but for me, this screams fall. It screams fall and spring, like those transitional seasons, and I absolutely love it. And I literally sprayed it all over myself earlier today just to refresh myself and remind myself. So this is Michael Malone Rose and Honey. I absolutely recommend you get your nose on this. This is on some discounter websites, and you can buy it directly from the Michael Malone website as well. This is a great pickup, a great addition. If you like the kind of Delina type rosy vibes, you're gonna love this. You are going to love this one. Michael Malone's Rose and Honey. Up next is Akro Bake. This is a sweet vanilla citrus fragrance. This smells like everybody said, a nice lemon pound cake. I did not realize that I would like this the way that I do. And I've worn it twice, and this is how much I've used down to here. So I probably got, I don't know, 6 more wears out of this before it's gone. So I'm going to have to pick up the big bottle. I was afraid that it was going to like be way too sweet long term. Like I had sprayed it on. I got a little travel size. It came with 3 different ones. I want to say Bake, Awake, and Golden or Glow, excuse me. And I, you get those wears, but you never really know. So I was like, let me try it out. I do like it. And as I continue to wear it, I think this is so pretty. It is a little desserty, but it doesn't lean too far into the dessert to where it's like, girl, why are you walking around here smelling like a whole bakery shop? Like you do get bakery vibes. Don't get me wrong. You get bakery vibes, but it's done right at that level to where it's not too much. For me. Now, it may be that for you. I don't know. But she good for me. I like her. And she'll be gone soon and I'll have to repurchase a big one this time. This is Akro Bake. Up next is Black Opium Le Parfum. So I do watch my fair share of fragrance content. And I want to say Amanda Marie, I hope I am saying this correctly, her name. She has a beautiful natural head of hair that she wears her twist outs, and she has a nice southern accent. But she was going on and on and on about this fragrance, and I had never smelled it. I think I commented about it on a couple of different people's platforms. And I said, you know what? Let me try this. Let me try this. And again, I bought the small one just because my collection is growing, and you know, I don't necessarily need huge bottles of everything, especially if I'm trying it for the first time. But this one, she cute. This is definitely very vanilla heavy. It's sweet, warm, spicy. There's coffee in here. It's a little powdery. It's very I wouldn't say it's like super gourmandy, but it gives gourmand vibes, but in a very sophisticated way. Like you get the vanilla, you get the coffee, but you don't smell like a latte. Like there's still a perfume aspect to this, and it's very grown, very sexy. This is like you sitting in one of those booths in a nice dark restaurant with your boo, and you guys are eating good, okay? Good steak. If you're a vegetarian, you're eating good eggplant parmesan. I don't know, but this is really good, and I'm going to enjoy this during the cold months. I feel like it might be a little too heavy for like the spring and summer, but maybe the night times, you know, night times. Yeah, this is definitely cold weather, a cold weather fragrance. This is really good, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. I will probably go through this this cold season, and then I'll upgrade to a bigger bottle if I feel it necessary. So this is Black Opium Le Parfum. This is Kylie Jenner's Cosmic. Let me tell y'all something. This perfume shocked the absolute mess out of me. I don't dislike the Kardashians. I don't have a reason to, watch them or whatnot. And I think I may have supported some of their business ventures. Like I bought the jeans, the Good American jeans. I have a couple of skim items or whatever, but I never thought that I'd be interested in any of their fragrances. But I smelled this at Ulta and I was like, this smells kind of good. So I sprayed it on myself. And I left the store. And as I'm going about my day, you talk with your hands, you're doing this, you're doing whatever you're doing. I'm driving and the vents are blowing air and I'm getting whiffs of this fragrance. And I'm like, what do I have on? And I had to remember it was this. And I absolutely could not believe it. I was like, let me go back and check and make sure this is the one. And I sprayed it and I was like, okay, Kylie. I mean, I know that, I don't know if she was in the lab with this one, but her team, whoever helped to make the decision for this one, this is good. This is really, really good. It's sweet, it's warm, it's woodsy. This fragrance has notes of jasmine and blood orange in the top, amber and red peony in the mid, and then there's musk, vanilla, and cedar in the base. Like, you get the citrus of the blood orange, but it smells sweet and powdery at the same time. The amber in here is phenomenal, you guys. Like, I am super surprised. If you have not smelled this, please go smell this. You don't have to buy it. I'm not encourage anybody to buy this, but go smell this because I'm very surprised. I sometimes look at that brand as just being very juvenile in nature as far as catering to the younger generation, but this one good. And the bottle is nice in the hand. It kind of reminds me of the Donna Karan, the new line that she came out with. I have the Cashmere and Palo Santo. It reminds me of that bottle, but this one actually feels better in the hand. Like that other one has grooves in places that don't necessarily make sense to hold, even though it's beautiful. But this is an easy grip, very easy grip. This is good, you guys. Very good. As far as longevity, I want to say probably about, I'll give it 5 to 6 hours, 5.5 hours, definitely. This one's good. Cosmic by Kylie Jenner. You guys, this fragrance smells so stinking good to me. And I'm realizing that I like tea notes in fragrances. This is Donna Born in Roma, the Green Extravaganza. I don't like Donna Born in Roma. I somewhat like the coral. The new one that they came out with, the gold, it's just okay. I don't know if I've ever smelled the yellow one. If I have, it's not something memorable at all. And I've not smelled the hot pink one. I think it was called like PP or something like that, or it may have only been released overseas. But when I smelled this, I was like, this don't smell like no Donna Born in Roma fragrance that I've ever smelled. The top notes are tea, Shulong tea, if I'm saying that right, jasmine, and then vanilla. Those are the notes. This is definitely very tea forward. So if you don't like tea in your fragrance, you're not gonna like this. If you don't like jasmine, you're not gonna like this. And to be quite honest, I don't always vibe with jasmine. I think people go between jasmine or tuberose, and I'm typically on the tuberose side. But in here, whatever it is, tea mixed in with the jasmine and the vanilla, she is on point right here. This is the only Donna Born in Roma that I enjoy. I actually have two like 10 mils of the Donna Born in Roma, the original, and I got them as free gifts with going to like Sephora. I've never used them. I got one last year. I got one this year. They both still packed up. I don't know. It's just something about it that does not agree with my nose. And but this is the first one that did, and I liked it so much that I had to get the big bottle. I had to get the big bottle. Was like, serve it up, give it to me. I know that a lot of these fragrances that I'm showing you guys right now are on the fresher side of things, but I just feel like they're perfect fall fragrances. Like they'll be really, really good in the fall, and not necessarily the super cold of the winter, but you know, if you're going into the office, they're pleasant, they're rose, they're tea, they're, you know, Akro is like a gourmandy type. Like these are good year round, if you will. They don't really speak to one season. I do feel like they're great for fall, but I also feel like they are definitely year round scents. So this is Donna Born in Roma, if I can get it out. Donna Born in Roma Green Extravaganza. Okay, so let me tell you guys something. I did a video not too long ago talking about how it took an act of Congress to get that video up. And I literally had filmed, I didn't film in 4K. I filmed in like a cinematic something on my phone. And when I uploaded the video, it was grainy. I had to refilm it. Then it took forever to download. Like it was a mess. It was a mess. And I was just like, this is what creators are talking about when they say you don't know what goes on behind the scenes, or they were having technical difficulties. Like it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So I have a lot of respect for those that are doing it, have been doing it, and I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing it. And I had a whole video centered around this next fragrance, and I was just like, you know what, I have to scrap it. The quality doesn't look great because it looks grainy as well. I did not film in 4K, and so I'm just going to include it in this video because it is a recent purchase. But I finally purchased one of Jackie Aina's Forever Mood fragrances, and I had purchased the actual travel set, and I sprayed all 4 of them. I even got an opportunity to spray them down at Sephora because she did have an activation there. And so I instantly fell in love with this one, okay? And when I sprayed it, one of the girls was like, oh, who is that? What is that? Who is that? And I'm like, you work at the Forever Mood. And I'm like, it's me. It's this one. She was like, oh my God, that smells so good on you. And I was like, it really does. And much to my surprise, one of the very first notes in here is oud. For the girl that says she does not like oud, This is so good. So good. This is I Am Her, and this is a oody, fruity, fresh, musky scent. The notes are a very plain pear, oud, and velvet. This smells so sexy, you guys. So sexy. Some of the imagery centered around this fragrance had like pomegranates all over the place, like juicy pomegranate. I can definitely see that, even though the notes don't say pomegranate, but you smell the pear, you smell the oud, and you get a velvety type of warm, suede type of smell when you breathe this in. It's deep, but also fresh at the same time. Like it's good. And I'm very surprised at the fact that I'm gravitating to all of these fragrances with oud, but I just think that it's, for me, the way that it's done. It has to anchor a fragrance. It can't necessarily be the first thing or the prominent note, because this is too much. But the oud gives this depth and sex appeal and like femme fatale, like all of the things, okay? This is good. This is really, really good. This is date night. This is colder weather. This is summer evenings. This is, I don't know, cuddle up with your boo. Like, this is year round. It's year round. It's a little dark for, not dark. It's a little deep for daytime. Like in the hot days, in my opinion. But springtime, had this thing blowing in the wind, your hair blowing and wind blowing, and you smelling good, just perfuming the air and just making everybody happy, okay? So you need to get you one of these. And the bottle is cute. Like, it feels good. I think I've seen some people talk about the bottle. Like, this feels good in my hand. I think this top part is plastic. This is glass. But it's nice and sturdy, and I love it. Now, I did initially gravitate to the one in the purple bottle just because it's my favorite color. But that ended up being like third on my list as far as ranking. I think it was NDA, yeah. And next up would have been You Remind Me. I think whatever one is in the yellow bottle. I may pick that one up. And that is kind of... it's kind of giving the iced lemon pound cake situation, but I think Akro Bake hits the nail on the head a little bit more for me. But I like that fragrance too. So this is I Am Her by Jackie Aina's Forever Mood. Get you one. Up next is Ex Nihilo Explicite, okay? My essay told me how to pronounce that. She said Explicite. This is so stinking good. It's sexy, it's spicy, it's fruity, floral. There is woodsy, amber, vanilla. This is so good. This is, let me just read to you the notes, because they sound all over the place, but they come together and make magic. It's like somebody got the pot and throwing all the gumbo ingredients, and when you done, it's bomb, right? So top notes are nutmeg and pink pepper. Middle notes are praline, peony, lily of the valley, and petilia. It looks like this is a molecular note. Sandalwood, amber, and vanilla are in the base, baby. She cute. She is cute. She's spicy, woodsy, has the right amount of floral to where it doesn't necessarily smell like a bouquet, but there's some sweetness here. This is sexy. What I'm finding, and you all let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video about this, because I was thinking about it. I am finding that a lot of the fragrances that are just super interesting have pepper in them. Pepper is a note. Like some of the fragrances that are just have been around for a long time that people love and covet have pepper in them. And I'm finding that a lot of the fragrances that I like and that I've had for a long, long time, like I want to say Mademoiselle, either Mademoiselle, one of the Chanel fragrances has pepper. And I think La Vie Belle, one of those have pepper in them. Like the cult favorites, the classics, the ones that get bought and bought and bought all around the world, pepper. So you guys let me know if you want me to do like a compilation of, you know, top fragrances with pepper as a top note, or really a note anywhere in it. So at either rate, this Ex Nihilo Explicite is gonna get ran through quick because she is sexy, spicy, ambery, warm. I had to bring the tester out for this one, okay? Like the other ones, I just smelled the nozzle. I had to bring the tester out so I could really breathe it in. Pink pepper, baby. Yes. Okay, I'm having too much fun. At either rate, this is Ex Nihilo Explicite. Now, I will also say, here is another reason why you need you a good essay. I got a 7.5 mil of Fleur Narcotique with this purchase. She just pulled it out the drawer. She's like, I'm gonna get this to you. I'm like, oh, girl, thank you. I wanted that fragrance, but I didn't want to buy them both at the same time. And this prevents me from having to buy it for a while because, as you can see, I have a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to run through that one that fast because I definitely think this one going to steal the show. And this is Ex Nihilo's Explicite. Woo! We almost done, y'all. We halfway through. Okay, Resendo Matu, number 6. I know number 5 is the cult favorite. I know. But literally when I smelled that fragrance, I smelled something burnt or charred. And when I was talking to the lady at the niche fragrance house that I go to, she was like, yeah, people either love it or they smell burnt rubber. Now, I didn't smell burnt rubber, but I smelled something like on fire. Like, you know how you can smell fire? I kind of smelled that when I sniffed the number 5. And as I was going through the line, I was really drawn to number 6. This is a powdery, musky, sandalwood fragrance. And it tells you right on the top, jasmine, sandalwood, and oriental musk. And you literally get those notes. There's musk, sandalwood, their vanilla is sweet. This is a loud projector. It's a loud projector, and like I only have to go in with a few sprays. Like I don't have to overspray. I don't have to do too much because I will make myself sick with this one. The jasmine in here is right at the point to where it's like, ooh, because like I said, I'm not a huge jasmine person, but in here it's done phenomenally. I just can't overspray her. So if you got that fire or burnt rubber from number 5, Resendo Matu, try number 6. Try number 6 and see if you like it. Definitely very sandalwood. I know number 5 has the allure of the vanilla and the amber and all of those things, but I think there's some vanilla in here. There's sandalwood, jasmine. It's beautiful. It almost smells like there's a tea note as well. I love smelling this. Resendo Matu, number 6. Narciso Rodriguez. These bottles are iconic. You recognize them. You know them wherever you go. This fragrance is a powdery, musky, floral fragrance with some patchouli in it. But it's done so well. Like this bottle, the color of the bottle mimics the smell. It matches very, very well. There's white flowers, jasmine, and pink pepper in the top. Musk, rose damask, and orange blossom are in the mid. Tonka bean, patchouli, and cedar wood are in the base. I can't stop sniffing this thing, you guys. This is in the same category to me of the rose and honey. Like the rose is done so well. It's bright, it's fruity, it's not too much. This is also a good bedtime scent because it can, you know, it does project, but it comes close to the skin after a while, but you still smell it. You still get a really nice scent bubble. It's powdery. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I've worn this a few times since I purchased it. I want to say I bought this and the green Stravaganza at the same time. I've worn this a few more times than I've worn the green Stravaganza, but this is going to be a staple in my collection. This is like one of those fragrances that's a mood booster. Like I could spray this on and it would just kind of make me smile. Yeah, like it smells so good. Like I feel like if you think about citruses, grapefruits, and you know, the bright and airiness of those, like that's what you get when you smell this fragrance. I'm surprised to not see like an orange or a citrus or something in these notes. And there may still be, just not here on Fragrantica, but this is a beautiful scent. I think that it is something that anybody could wear, all age categories, office safe, out to brunch with the girls, pop some on before bedtime, like fresh out of the shower. This feels fresh out of the shower, clean, just, I'm having a good day, bright, airy. I can't speak enough about this. This is so beautiful. I am so glad. This is actually my first Narciso Rodriguez perfume. I want to say I've sniffed a few and not fallen in love with any of them. But this one, I literally smelled once and pulled the trigger. I was watching someone else and I can't remember who it was. They were going on and on and on about this. I went to smell it, pulled the trigger. Instant. Love it first sniff. Narciso Rodriguez Musc Nude. All right, this next pickup is literally probably in everyone's closet, either has been there at one point or is there now. I'm new to this one, but I will say it's so good. This is Choco Musk by Al Rehab. I've heard about it 155 times online. I finally pulled the trigger. I want to say this was like $8 on Instagram, on Amazon, and I also got the oil to go with it as well. So I want to say I spent like $15 on the two. This is a good layering fragrance. There's some of everything in here. There's vanilla, chocolate musk, cinnamon, sandalwood, spices. Like, I want to say this is something that would be good to add to like one of your fragrances that need to macerate a little bit, and you want to add a little, you know, sweetness to it. Like I feel like the Empire Victor that I have, that everyone has ranted and raved about, has not quite developed. And I think adding this with that one will make it a phenomenal fragrance. So I'm going to layer that. Also something that may be a little too deep and dark and you need to add a little, you know, splash of vanilla, splash of chocolate, go ahead and pull her out. Put the oil on your skin, spray this down, and then put on the other things. This is really, really good. I'm very surprised. This has been around for a long time. I've never purchased it. I don't know why, but I finally pulled the trigger and I'm happy. I literally got it today. Sprayed it on me and was like, yes! I don't know that I would wear this by itself. I feel like this is juvenile by itself. Like I'd spray this on my daughter or something before going to bed and tell her, you know, she smells like a brownie. But perfect for layering. Perfect for layering. Al Rehab Choco Musk. Up next is Tobacco Vanille by Paris Corner. Okay. This is literally supposed to be a dupe for Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I had smelled that fragrance and I enjoyed it. I was like, it's nice, but is it worth that price tag? And I just didn't feel like it was. And then I seen that this is or was or supposed to be a spot on dupe for Tobacco Vanille. I was like, I could take the $25 plunge and, you know, check and see. Literally on the Fragrantica website, it only says vanilla and tobacco as the notes. but there is definitely some spice. There's some cinnamon, there's some sweetness, some powderiness. It says that here that it's a whiskey scent or a whiskey note. Now, I will say, I don't think that this is a spot on dupe for Tobacco Vanille. I was confused by what this smelled like. I watched a couple reviews and someone said that this has licorice. And I could see that. I could see there being licorice in here. And it kind of annoyed me a little bit because I don't like black licorice. I don't like to eat it. It's not my favorite. So what I did was I sprayed this on something else, which it became cute. And I'll, share with you what that is. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit, see how it develops, because every review I watched, people were in love. They were in love. They were talking about how this was a spot on dupe. I don't think so. But we're going to see. We're going to see. I want to say I checked the box. The production date on this was April of this year. So it's had a little bit of time to sit, but I'm going to let it sit with the cap off and see if that does anything, to see if it kind of develops a little bit, okay? Develops a little bit. But I can definitely layer this with something. And I may even try layering it with the Al Rehab Choco Musk to see if that kind of helps it out a little bit. But I put this on top of something else. And like I said, I'll share that with you in a sec. But it's okay. I give it a 5 out of 10 right now. It has potential, but it's not fresh out the box. I like you. I love you. I want to wear you. You need some help to get you to where I want you to be, or you're going to have to go. Okay. So this is Paris Corner's Tobacco Vanille. My Parfums de Marly collection is growing, you guys. I literally, there were so many deliveries today. I'm sure people thought, who lives here? But this literally came today. This is Safanad by Parfums de Marly. This is a sweet, ambery, warm, almost fruity fragrance. There's some florals in here. Let me read to you the notes. These lids, let me go off on a tangent real fast. These lids don't always just easily pop on. You got to do too much, in my opinion now. And then the bottles tip over very easy. And for $400, I didn't pay that though. For $375, I'm gonna need the bottle to stand on its own. Okay, I'm gonna need the bottle to stand on its own. I might even want a magnetic cap to where it just pops on, and I don't have to do all of this. Okay, I don't. First world problems, I know. But still, I wanted to just pop on. And I wanted to stand up, okay? So at either rate, the notes, pear and orange at the top. In the mid, there's orange blossom, ylang ylang, and iris. And in the base, there's vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. So again, ambery, fruity, floral fragrance. It's pretty. I feel like this is something I would wear to church. I would wear this for a special occasion. This to me is year round, but in the warmer months, definitely in the evenings when it's a little cooler. Office safe for sure. But sophisticated office safe. You got a plaque at your door, okay? Somebody got a knock to come see you. This is sophistication in a bottle. It's super pretty. You definitely get the pear. And I sprayed this on myself today when I got it, just to kind of familiarize myself and how it takes you on a journey as you wear it. And it is a little floral or not floral, but sweet when you first spray it. And then it gets powdery and bloomy. And that's kind of how it wore for me. It turned powdery and it started to bloom, and my hands were at my computer and I could feel it filling the air around me. So I really like this. This is definitely, I would say this is not for everyone, because it has a level of mature sophistication. I just can't see, my 24-year-old cousin grabbing Safanad. but I can see her grabbing Valaya or Delina, any of the Delinas, to be quite honest. Even Cassili, I have Cassili. But Safanad seems a little more sophisticated in the scent profile. So just keep that in mind. This is Safanad by Parfums de Marly. Okay, you guys, so this is the last one. I'm going to unveil it before your eyes. It's something that I have sampled. I've talked about on this channel before, and I'm so happy to have it. It is an inspired fragrance. I love the original, and I love the dupe. Like, they're the same to me. This is Paris Corners December Vanilla. Whoa, look at that. So pretty. Look at this bottle. Like, some of these bottles have gone way too far in their gaudiness, but I think this is cute. This is cute. It's appropriate. There's some weight to the cap. It feels metal, and it's appropriate for the actual bottle. So I love, love, love the raised lettering here. It just makes it feel a little bit more luxe. And I also love the fact that the notes are on the back, okay? So I'm gonna read these to you. There's top notes of rum, vanilla, orchid, and jasmine. Middle notes of vanilla, spicy notes, whatever that is, leather, tonka bean, rose, and creme brulee. The base has brown sugar, amber, oud, patchouli, and sugar, regular sugar, and musk. If you don't know, this is a dupe for Kayali's Sugared Patchouli 64. And this is spot on. If there's differences, the nuances are so subtle that I can't tell. I can spray both of these and feel like I have on the OG. Now, I will say I've only sampled this one in a 5 ml, and I've gotten pretty good longevity. I've worn Kayali, but I literally douse myself in it. So it's hard for me to kind of say, oh, you know, Kayali lasts longer because I literally showered in it versus, you know, just spraying enough to get a good wear out of the little 5 ml sample that I had. So I will say that the sample lasts a good amount of time. I wouldn't say, oh my God, it's a very fleeting smell. I didn't smell it after a couple hours. That's not true. I smelled it probably for a good 6 hours. Kayali, maybe I'll wear her like how I would wear this and see, but like I spray her down because I want to, every time I turn my head, I want to smell it. Every time I move my arm, I want to smell it. I just want to sit here and I want to smell it radiating off of my body. That's how much I like the fragrance. So at either rate, this is boozy. It's sweet, syrupy, brown sugar. You get the patchouli. If you don't like patchouli, you may not like this, but it's surrounded by so many sweet things like the creme brulee, like the tonka bean. There's leather, there's rose. The oud is not, you know, slapping you in the face. It's done well. It grounds and anchors this fragrance. And it is good, 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 good. So if you like Kayali's Sugar Patchouli and you don't feel like spending that $138, who is gonna know? Get this. If you have it and you running low and you get ready to re-up, try this out. I want to say $35 or $40 on Amazon. They'll never know. Who's gonna know unless you tell them? And so I love this, you guys. I love this scent profile so much that I wore this in the heat. I'm still here in good old warm Georgia, and I will wear Kayali in the heat, and I will choke myself. I will choke whoever else is around me and be like, deal with it. I will. That's how much I like it. So I think that I will probably always have both of these in my collection and just go in between because I never want to be without. But I know that Kayali sometimes will get rid of her fragrances, put stuff on, you know, they'll be then sold out and you find out later that it's discontinued. So I'm glad that I have a really, really, really good alternative if that ever happens to that scent. So at either rate, this is December Vanilla Wonderful Inspired Fragrance by Kayali Sugar Patchouli, and this is by Paris Corner. Y'all, that was a long one. It was long, but I will say that it's supposed to be even longer because there's a couple fragrances that I'm waiting on. So I'm going to have to do a part 2 to show you guys what I've been purchasing in my birthday month. And I will say, I know this is a lot, but some of these, if not a good amount of them, I've purchased with points, with coupons, discounts. I never believe in paying full price for anything. And even if I buy something from like a perfume shop, I'll negotiate the price. I'm negotiating the price. And I will buy a smaller bottle and things like that if I feel like I'm getting out of control with the spending. But like this bottle of Forever Mood, I had enough credit card reward points, maybe I shouldn't have said that, to buy the bottle. The one for the Cosmic, I have enough points at Ulta to buy the bottle. And then this one right here, Bloomingdale's was having a sale. I had a gift card and I also had some reward money. So it was literally the price of one for both of these. So it, you know, it may look like a lot, and it is, but at least I'm saving money. Not at least I'm saving money. At least I am getting discounts as I'm purchasing, right? That's how I rationalize it in my mind. That's my girl math. Okay. So at either rate, let me know what you guys think of these fragrances. Do you have any of these? Are any of them on your radar to purchase? Do you not like any of these? Why or why not? Let me know down in the comments. And I appreciate you for watching this haul and spending some time with me today. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I really, really appreciate the growth that I've had in all of my subscribers. Hopefully you all are enjoying this content. And with that being said, you guys, make sure that you are being kind to yourself. Make sure you're being kind to others. And peace and love, y'all. The world needs it. Bye.